lie the remains of one of the ex-servicemen, Sergeant Cornelius Francis Adjetey, who fell on that fateful 28th day of February in 1948. He was a son of La in Accra, so his grave is here on the compound of a cluster of schools at La Salem Park. The grave of Sergeant Adjetey, which could easily be a tourist attraction, now looks like an abandoned cemetery. We met a woman at the park who said two men came with cutlass and a hoe a few days ago to clear the site.
Annually,
the family comes to lay with. The school children and AMA officials also come around once in a while to maintain the place.
From here, we visited a site at the entrance to La, which used to house Sergeant Adjetey's monument. The story here was virtually the same. Though there were signs of painting going on, the site had not been properly cared for. We later learned that his statue has been moved to Omanye House, an art gallery also on the La Main Road. A renowned artist and former dean of the College of Arts at KNUST and the director of Omanye House, Professor Abladi Glover, took us down memory lane.
I remember that well because I was in Salem. So I was in Standard 4, Salem. And we were sent home. So the school was closed down because security people came to tell us that the school must be closed. I went to Accra. My mother comes from Accra. So I went to see to my mother. And we were close to Kingsway. And there was looting. So we joined. We, the young people, joined. I was 14 then. After that, there was this political turmoil. Some people were rounded up by the colonial government and they were imprisoned. That was when the real struggle started. And of course, we didn't hear of Sergeant Adjetey again, but apparently the ex-servicemen took him, his body, and went to bury him somewhere because the security people were looking for the body. But later on, some people from La went to including the sanctuary. They joined went to see the ex-servicemen to see where they buried, they taken the man. So they took him finally to La Salem, and that is where they laid him to rest.
He said he personally financed the statue of the late Sergeant Adjetey, valued at the time at $3,000 US.
Ghana Council, we woke up and said, no, we must look at Ghana people who have actually contributed. So we thought he deserved some monument that will remind the people of La, at least, that somebody sacrificed. So we decided to do that place. Anytime you are entering La, you should see Sergeant Adjetey standing there. A man died at independence just because he was fighting for his rights. Everybody abandoned it. So the monument has become like mine. Now they've taken it out of the place. It's still in my yard.
Next, we stopped at the monument of Private Odartey Lamptey, one of the 3 ex-servicemen who was shot dead by Major Imray while on their way to present a petition to Sir Gerald Chrissy, who was governor of the Gold Coast at the time. Right behind me is the Private Odartey Lamptey Memorial Junior High School, named after one of the casualties in the 28th February 1948 Crossroad shooting incident, and the 28th February Kindergarten and Primary School. Both schools are located in the heart of Accra, off the John Atta Mills High Street. The schools serve communities like Jamestown, Swalaba, Akutolante, and adjoining communities. With their iconic names and strategic location, many hoped that the schools would easily get support, but that is not the case. Though once in a while, some NGOs and individuals extend help to them, they still require some more assistance. The statue of the late Private Odartey Lamptey still stands in the middle of the school compound. Thanks to a news report by GBC News some years ago, a good Samaritan came to refurbish the monument of this gallant veteran. Rachel Quarty, GBC News, Accra.